I think I see better when I got my Glock beside me. I'm rolling up some pressure just to hide the pain inside me. I'm sliding in the SRT, but it feel like a Rari. And she calling my phone, I'm blowing up, she say I'm sorry. I think I see better when I got my Glock beside me. I'm rolling up some pressure just to hide the pain inside me. It's Sunday today, and ended up getting the side molding and all the emblems off the Yukon. Got that done yesterday, and then I got the little marks and all the little hard stains and shit buffed out, so it looks 100% cleaner and it looks a lot better. Today I'm about to head to the shop and go ahead and get started on this 7-9. So I got a 7-9 MAXTRAC in the shop right now for a 07 to 13 Silverado. We're gonna be setting it at 8 in the front and then putting the rear blocks in as well, so that'll be a pretty quick build. Let's go ahead and hit the road and we'll go in the shop and get started on this thing. All right, so now we in here with the 07 to 13 Silverado. So we got the 7-9 MAXTRAC that we're gonna be putting in. This is all I got laid out for right now. I gotta just bust those parts down, get it out the plastic real fast, and then we'll go ahead and put the truck up in the air, get the wheels off, and then we'll start PB blasting everything. Got the rear lift right here, and then I got the adjustable struts right here. So I'm gonna be taking those out and getting those swapped over. He wants it set at 8 in the front, so we're gonna be doing the 8 in the front, and I believe the blocks are either a 5 or a 7-inch block. Not too sure, I have to check the manual. Hopefully after all this, we'll get back to cranking on my truck. I'm kind of fucking sick under the damn weather. Somehow sinuses or some shit going on with this weather change. But yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and get in here and get started, and then I'll update y'all as soon as we get it up in the air and start ripping some shit off. So let's get to it. So it's raining in here, but GoPro tripping, so I'm gonna get some film on this damn iPhone. Got to this side, and yeah, there's a hell of a lot of axle grease and shit in here. Yeah, this shit's everywhere. It's got a new hub, but that might have been the issue, and they didn't probably swap out the axle whenever they did the hub. I'm gonna get this side ripped apart, and then after that we should be good to go. It's starting to rain hard, so pretty much gonna get the hell up out of here as soon as I get this side complete, and then get the other side copied, and then we'll get back to it tomorrow, and then just try to see how much we can get done. But goal is to probably try to get the whole lift at least done as far as the front by maybe the end of tomorrow or early Tuesday, and the rear lift won't take me long at all, so we'll get to it. But yeah, let me go ahead and get back to wrenching, get the rest of this shit pulled out down to the diff, and then after that I'll update y'all, show y'all kind of what everything looks like. All right, so ended up getting both sides situated, got the grease and everything that was fucking blown out on this side cleaned up a little bit. Still some on the caliper. I'm gonna have to just get some degreaser and pretty much damn wipe it all the way off, so that way I got something clean to work with whenever I get back. But I took the cross member out the middle, and then I got the drive shaft hanging now, so everything as far as the diff is ready to go to get dropped tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and get the cutting and shit out the way like I did on the last truck that I did a lift on. Just gonna come back in here tomorrow, get more knocked out, and hopefully try to get the front somewhat finished by the end of the day, so that way I can go ahead, move on to the back and get that knocked out as well. But yeah, man, not too much with these. Y'all don't see me throw a million of them on. Tomorrow I'll get some more probably time-lapse footage of just me throwing one side on or something like that, just so I can see some more working footage. I try to get a lot of shit out there, but with me being under the weather today, I just didn't feel like damn picking up the camera and doing all the extra shit. I got all the old parts and shit back there, so yeah, man. All right, so we're picking up next day here. I got the struts knocked out, and we're about to go ahead and get to taking this diff down. All I gotta do in here now is cut just a couple things. Go ahead and slice them bitches out the way. I'll probably go ahead and cut the tie rods and everything. Now that everything is out the way, I can get in there and access it a little bit better. But go ahead and drop the diff. Go ahead and put the diff drop brackets on and all that shit. Then I'll be putting on the cross members and everything, and y'all know how it goes from there. All right, so got the cross members in, got the diff drop brackets in, and I got the little dorsal fin bracket shit in there. So now I'm about to go ahead and tighten up everything diff wise up under here, so that way everything is good to go. And then after that, I'm going to throw in the lowers, throw in the uppers, and throw in the axle spacers and all that shit. Go ahead and try to get as much as I can done while I'm in here clearing up the floor slowly. The diff shit just really takes a little bit longer If it was two-wheel drive, I probably would have had this damn thing thrown up and put together already. But doing this diff stuff, it takes a little bit longer because you kind of got to get everything angled right, and you got to get the bolts in there right, and especially with this dorsal fin bracket, you got to kind of move it a little bit. That's why they tell you not to tighten up the cross members and shit whenever you're putting them in. So if you're doing one of these MAXTRACs and you just needed a tip, or it's hard for you to get that shit there in, then definitely leave these loose, let them hang a little bit, and then just kind of put the dorsal fin bracket in and the bolt in at the same time, and kind of, you got to finesse it a little bit, but you'll get it situated. So let's get back to it, and then we'll pick back up as soon as we get some more progress knocked out. All right, so it's a little colder day, so you know the GoPro is on this bullshit, usual. I don't know why the hell I ain't went and got another camera by now, but I just too busy, too damn busy. But didn't get to pick up yesterday where I had left off. Trippier came by and we started kicking the shit for a couple minutes, and then I had slid out because I had already got pretty far. So yeah, man, ain't got too much more to go. This thing should be on the ground probably in the next couple hours once I get locked in. Then I'm gonna do the rear lift. He's throwing that in as well. And then I'm gonna throw the wheels on. He had ordered some lug nuts. They had just came in. I'm gonna see if the GoPro wants to work, and then I'm gonna try to get some time lapse of me building at least one side, so that way y'all can kind of see how I do it on the ground, because a lot of people still don't understand how the hell I be doing this shit on the ground. But I mean, to me, I done got used to it, and it's easy to me by now. So yeah, let's go ahead and get back to it.
Hey, I look at life like bloods, I ain't know how it would be. And my pockets full of blues, happiness what I can't see. And she said she wanna fuck with me, I just give her the D. And these niggas claim they smoking gas, I swear they tank on E. Hey, I look at life like...
Alright, so got both sides pretty even. Now I got the strut in, sway bar drop brackets and the sway bars in. Got the axles and the axle spacers in now. Got the strut put in as well. So now all I'm about to do is just tighten up everything on the inside, and then I'll be putting on the spindle, and that'll be pretty much it for the front, aside from the brake line brackets. I'll be doing them last, but this side's good, the other side is good too. So just finished that up, and y'all seen that on time lapse. So it's not really hard whenever you're doing it on the ground, as long as you got it at a decent height where you can sit down and actually, you know, throw everything in there without having to strain your back and all that shit, because yeah, that shit sucks. All right, so we got her in the air and off the jack stands for now. Got the whole front suspension done, got the brake line brackets and everything. Just got the alignment somewhat straight, and then everything else back here looks pretty good. So I'm gonna tighten these up as soon as I get it on the ground, as well as the uppers, because I'm gonna try to get this alignment straight all at once, once I knock this whole front end out. That way I ain't gotta come back and touch it anymore until after I do a little test drive, and then come back and look at it again. But other than that, this wheel looks pretty straight up and down. This one here might need a little bit more tweaking, but it's damn near fairly straight. So I'm gonna set it on the ground, then check it again, and fuck with the camera just a little bit, just to make sure everything ain't leaning bad. But yeah, once I'm done with that, we'll go ahead and probably get the rear in the air. I'll take me a little lunch break, and then after that, we'll pretty much finish the rear and then get it up out of here and park it to the side. I did a million of these in the past probably year. And yeah, this shit is just like, I can do it with my eyes closed now at this point. But all right, I got this thing fairly straight and pretty decent looking so far. Don't look like he's gonna have to cut really too much. If anything, it might be the corner like I said before, but it's all on the ground and tightened up. So now I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the rear and knock that out real fast, and then probably take me a lunch break after I get it up in the air, and then come back, knock out them blocks and shocks. And I should have another drop off coming in a couple hours. It's gonna be a 2500 HD gas that I'm gonna be putting the 7 and 9 Magoys on. So as soon as this one gets up out of here, I'm back in here with another one. So all right, so we starting on the back, and I got it up in the air, and I got these shocks in already on both sides. So now all I got to do is get the blocks in, and then we'll be 100% finished. So about to go ahead, pop these little speed sensor clips off, take that little bracket in the middle that's on the diff off, and then we should be able to just drop this thing, go ahead and put the blocks in, and then put the new U-bolts in, and then we should be good to go to put this thing back in the air and put the wheels on it and roll it on out of here. So all right, so I got the rear lift in and it's on the ground now, and looks good. Got the blocks in right there, and then you got the shocks. So I got everything good to go. This is kind of how she sits. Went together pretty well, aside from having to manually turn all the damn nuts on the U-bolts, but other than that, everything's good to go. I just torqued everything in the back, so I'm gonna pull it out, probably take it up the road and come back, and I'll get y'all some film outside so that way you can kind of see it better. And then after that, we'll park it to the side, and then we'll be moving on to the next one. All right, there we go. So sitting at 8 in the front and either 5 or 7 in the back. I don't know, I ain't checked yet, but I want to say it's like 7 or 5. I'd say 5 for sure, but either way, sitting pretty good. Not too lean, looks pretty good how it sits right now. 22 by 14s and 35s, but yeah, everything turned out good. Took it down the road, drives pretty straight, no issues with it at all, so everything looking pretty solid up under here. All good to go. I just torqued the lug nuts again, and then I just torqued the rear blocks and all that shit, the U-bolts and stuff again, and just threw everything in the back for them. This will be pretty much the end of this video though. Just get y'all a good look of how she's sitting, but about to snap a couple quick pictures, and then down after that we should be good to roll on out. So glad that I can get this knocked out quick and got everything situated for them. So all we gotta do now is get in alignment and she'll be good to go. But yeah, man, that'll be it for this video. I'm gonna just kind of slice up what I've been doing, a video at a time, just so that way I can kind of be more consistent with everything. Well, yeah, everything is good to go. I'm about to go park it to the side, and then that'll be pretty much it. So appreciate y'all for watching, and check y'all out in the next one.